When you're looking at a page in your report and there's a visual that you want to have, you want to focus on and look at in a bit more detail, you can use something called focus mode. This little icon in the top right-hand corner of the visual lets you go into focus mode. And what that does for the visual is takes over the entire space in your report canvas with just that visual. So you can see more of the detail in the individual data points on the chart. But you also get access to a few other options here. For example, up in the top right-hand corner, you'll see there's this icon called See Data. When you click that, what you'll see is a tabular view of the same information that's in that visual at the moment. So you can see this is showing the same split of unit sales by category, but it's actually showing me the numeric values in a tabular format for each of these different data points. If I was looking at this as more of a kind of a crosstab, for example, if I had our different countries in the legend, I'd see a matrix view of that data instead. So it's a really simple way to get to the tabular data behind a visualization. I can also change the layout. So perhaps if I had more items on my columns than I did on my rows, I might want to change so I can see more of that data. The other thing that you can do here is we talked about drilling up and down through hierarchies in the segment on hierarchies earlier on in the course. But I can continue to do things like drilling down and seeing all of the records in focus mode as well. I can actually still change the structure and the layout of this visualization, as you saw, whilst I'm working in focus mode. So I can add things to the legend, for example, or if I wanted to, I could add things into the axis as well, and do things like adding and removing fields from my hierarchy, so I can change what I get to when I start drilling up and down right here as well. I can still go and change the layout and the structure and the look and feel of the visual, but I can also get to the details in the data behind it. And finally, I can actually export the data. So for example, if I drilled into a particular area and then sliced and diced, changed things around, and then chose to go down and see the individual records in one of these points of data, I'd still be able to export all of those details to a CSV file. So I can take exactly the data that I'm looking at in this visual and export it out to another file. So that's it. You can focus on a particular visual to get more details behind it, to work with just that visual, and remove your view, remove from view the other things on your report.